welcome to Recall Gaming Exploits, and this is Rumour regarding Star Wars Battlefront. Now, I am as excited as anyone is about the idea of a new Star Wars Battlefront game. I love the idea of Star Wars Battlefront as much as anyone else. I really do. I played the first two. I loved them back in the day on the PlayStation 2. But regarding the game itself and what we've seen as the new trailers came out, I'm not hyped. There's tons of people that are immensely hyped. And I'm not saying what I saw wasn't impressive. It was very impressive. It was great animations, great visual style. It looked incredibly pretty. It looked beautiful. I mean, they captured the whole, I think it's Endor thing, so well. But at the same time, it was just pre-rendered CG. I know it was in the game's engine, but it's still pre-rendered, and it could be a vertical slice. Being a victim of the vertical slice trickery of the past with Aiden's Colonial Marines, yeah, I know people keep using Colonial Marines in this sort of vertical slice example thing, but it's the most prominent, most well-known, best example of what vertical slicing does with a game, and that looked amazing. Look at the old trailers. Look at the old trailers for Aiden's Colonial Marines. It looked incredible. And then what we got was a festering buggy turd. I know I liked the game when it first came out. I'll be the first to admit that. But yeah, once the pulse rifle nostalgia wore off on me, I realised that it was just a turdy game. But anyway, I'm worried that that's going to be the case. I'm not being funny, but recently we've had a lot of AAA games promise the world and give us a buggy version of what we've already had. So, like, you know, Watch Dogs was basically a buggy, over serious, over dramatic version of Grand Theft Auto, and it was a poorly executed version. The cars handled like shit. I just didn't sympathise with the characters at all. And let's face it, once you've hacked one like lamppost, you've hacked them all. So it was more than disappointing. Then we've got things like Assassin's Creed Unity, which just basically end up being a massive step back for the franchise from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And the list goes on. There's been a lot of AAA titles that have came out and been hugely disappointing, so I'm being very reserved and very sceptical as it is with new titles. And like I said, though, what we saw looked impressive. We didn't see any actual gameplay. I'm holding my reservations down until I've seen actual gameplay, and then I'm not going to even put all my hopes in for a game. I'm just going to... Well, to be fair, I'll say that I did chuck in all my hopes for Mortal Kombat, but that didn't disappoint. It's one of the few games that hasn't disappointed me since the new generation came out. See, like, I mean, there's a lot of next-gen games that come out, and a lot of them have been okay, but there's been so many that have come out buggy and full of microtransactions. That's one of the main things I'm concerned about. This is EA. Let's remember, this is Electronic Arts, and look at what they've done with Battlefield. In my opinion, Battlefield 4 is the worst Battlefield game going. I haven't played Hardline because I thought Battlefield 4 was that bad. I mean, you go into the game and it's just battle packs. Microtransactions in every single one of EA's games. So what are they going to put in microtransactions for Battlefront? I mean, like, what are they get? Is it going to be guns? Because there's not that many guns in the Star Wars universe, unless they're just going to start inventing guns so you can put microtransactions in or attachments for guns. I really hope they don't just start inventing random things just to make it like Battlefield. They need to keep it Star Warsy. I mean, what is it going to be? Is it going to be like, oh, if you pay like £5, you can get Luke Skywalker as a character in the game? I really hope that's not the case. But, well, it could be a number of things. It could just be skins. We have no idea. But I guarantee that there is going to be microtransactions in the game. And how much that affects the game is going to be a bit... I don't get... You're going to have to question it, really. It's got to be questioned. But there was the other announcement that really got my back up, and that's the fact that the main focus is not going to be space battles. Yeah, they're not going to have space battles, basically. It's been said multiple times that they're not going to have space battles at launch. I just need to stress this. This is Star Wars Battlefront. Space battles was one of the big things in the game. One of the reasons why you bought the game is because you could go do space battles. And they were amazing, because you'd fly from your your battle cruiser in your fucking ship, you bomb the ship, or you go in, or you just fly straight in there, jump out as a Jedi like Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader, jump out in the enemy ship and just be like, hey, I'm on your fucking rebel ship, it's Darth Vader, hack all your people, push them out the fucking side of the ship, they go out into space. These were things that you did. You just jump in your fucking TIE fighter, fly over, start killing people in their ship, and then you go into their corner and start damaging it from the inside of the ship. You see, you can take that like shields and stuff like that. I mean, there was a lot of potential there with the new technology to be able to really flesh out the interior of these capital ships, and then have these battles going on these boarding parties, as well as like the space battle and like fighters guarding the bombers, as well as the marine carriers. You know, so that marines or stormtroopers or whatever could just jump out into like dock with these ships, jump in and try and take over the ship on foot inside, from inside out. It would have been amazing. Like, you could disable spawn points or something as you go, or the shields, or something to assist your team outside in space. There was all this potential there with the new technology in the next gen and stuff. And I keep saying next gen. I'm a PC gamer. There is no next gen, but you see what I mean. It's a big step from PlayStation 2 era to now. And PlayStation 2 era, they had space battles where you could dock on the enemy ship and fight on there, but that was about it. You couldn't really do much else. It was more to, you do it to spawn kill. They could have fleshed out so much more with the current technology that we've got today. I was really kind of looking forward to that, and it's not going to happen, which suggests to me that they're going to do what they did with Battlefield and release the air battles later, like the plane only battles that they did. I can't remember what they're called, Air Conquest, whatever. Fucking shoot me if I've got it wrong. But I never had that DLC because I got sick of paying for DLC all the time at that point, and I didn't have the money. And that was Battlefield 3, I think. And then Battlefield 4 came out with more DLC, more premium passes, more microtransactions. Fuck off, stop trying to bleed me dry, you fucking vampires, EA. I'm sick of it, and that's the thing, it came up at the end of the trailer. Oh yeah, pre-order now to get this, and you'll get bonuses, bonus content. Oh, fuck off. Just, like, stop. It's going to have these microtransactions. EA have said that every single one of their games is going to have microtransactions. Even Plants vs. Zombies, Modern Warfare, Army of 2, third person, fuck knows what game, had microtransactions in it. So what chance does Battlefront have? That's my problem. And Battlefield has microtransactions. It's going to have microtransactions. I have a big thing against microtransactions. And the fact is, the fact that they're not having space battles on the game at launch just suggests to me it's going to be DLC, which sucks, and that shouldn't be the case. That should be a main feature on the game. So what we're getting, essentially, is, from the sounds of it, we're getting 40 players down to 8 players, depending on what mode you're playing. Battlefield Star Wars, because it's going to be focusing on core battles on planets with vehicles and people. So yeah, you're going to do the Hoth battle on that, and you're going to do the Battle of Endor and various other things, and you're going to be battling Tatooine. There was Tatooine one and stuff like that. But yeah, you got a small section of the planet, just like that area, that battle, and it's going to play out like Battlefield. You're going to have your fucking X-wings flying around in atmosphere, not out in space, in atmosphere with A-wings and Y-wings and TIE fighters and TIE bombers and stuff. They're going to be the above battle, and then you're going to have your AT-ATs and all the rest of it, and the walkers stomping around. They're your tanks now. You got your land speeders, they're your bikes and your quad bikes, there you go. You see what I mean? It's looking a bit, it's just looking a bit too familiar to Battlefield. And that's why I'm disappointed, because the last game that I came out with, DICE that is, that I played, which Battlefield 4, was a massive disappointment. It's not just the fact they had microtransactions in it. I just genuinely didn't like Battlefield's gameplay in comparison to previous iterations in the series. It just seemed to be a massive step down for me. But yeah, anyway, that's it from me. I'm just skeptical as fuck. And I'd like to know if there's anyone else out there that is skeptical. Because, if you're excited, feel free to be excited. More power to you. I hope it works out fine. I really do want a decent Star Wars Battlefront game. It was one of the best series back when I was playing on PS2. I used to play it with my friends all the time. Loved it. So I hope it's good. If it's not, then it's not, and that would suck. But that's the way that most AAA games are going nowadays, and that sucks, because I used to love AAA gaming, and now every single time I see a new trailer, if it doesn't show gameplay straight away, I'm sitting there thinking, maybe it's gonna be shit. And I remember when I used to look at CGI trailers and get blown away, go, oh my god, if the game's anything like that. I mean, we all know what it's like. But yeah, anyway, I'm done. I'm going to babble on for days otherwise. Thank you for watching Recall Gaming Exploits. That stuff that every other channel tells you to do, and I will see you soon. Bye.